Are you experiencing pain while you're playing guitar? A lot of my students experience this. When they're playing guitar, they seem to be playing a little bit too hard, and it's just creating a lot of pain and unnecessary pain, especially in this part of their left hand, the hand that they're using on the bars. So if this is happening to you today, I've got two different ways which are going to help you to press a little bit lighter, and it's going to relax a little bit more. You're going to be able to play for longer. You're going to be able to produce better quality and better tone. And as well as that, he's going to have a lot more fun playing because you're going to be in constant pain and it's not going to be as frustrating. Because I know how that feels. I've had that problem for a while now, and I've recently just fixed it with these two different methods, which I'm going to teach you today. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so there's two different things I want to talk about here. The first one is an exercise which my teachers taught me, and of course I have a teacher myself as well. Learning guitar never stops. So this technique, you grab any fret. So for example, I'm grabbing the 5th fret, which is an A here on the 1st string, on our thinnest string. And I'm just going to put my first finger here, not applying any pressure at all. So no pressure. So if I pluck it, it sounds like that. My finger's barely even on it. So I'm putting that finger there, and I'm going to play this note, just keep playing it over and over again, and gradually press down a little bit more. You can see that the sound is changing. Oh, it's buzzing. Oh, and as soon as I get that sound, as soon as I get a clear sound, I'm going to stop pushing to keep it there. So one more time. Starting off, no pressure, gradually putting it down, and then when you get a sound, clear sound, you stop. There you go, done. So you're gonna realize that when you do this, you actually are pressing a lot lighter than you usually would, because usually when I just come down here, I'll be pressing very hard, which I don't need to, because if I do a little bit less pressure, that just happens anyway. You could try that with other fingers, or other strings as well. For example, let's do it on the 3rd string this time. So you grab 2nd finger here, middle finger, on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. You keep playing. Done. Stop pressing there. You're gonna have to try this at your own pace as well, and you see that it differs from the thickest strings to the thinnest strings, as well as the fact that it differs when you're higher up on the fretboard versus than when you're lower down in the fretboard here. So take those few things into consideration when doing this exercise. Try it with each finger. So now try it with your ring finger. So ring finger, 5th fret. Let's do, for example, your low E string here, your thickest string. You're gonna get that harmonic at the start because I'm pressing so lightly. Done. And as soon as I get that, I'm gonna stop. So that was our first way. You do this little exercise, you start pressing as much as you need. Even if it's a little passage, for example, you got like a chord, let's say just this chord, and you start putting this here and you press down gradually. As soon as I get that, that's all I need. If I press any harder, it doesn't make any difference. You see, this has no difference to this. I was pressing a lot harder there. You can even see that my finger's changing color. Another way which you can tell is by visually inspecting. So if your finger, look at this, if your finger is not changing color, that's fine. But if your finger is pressing so hard that it's changing color at the top there, that's no good. You don't want to be doing that. So that's our first exercise there. Now I'm going to show you the second one. So our second method of breaking down this problem is almost like an inverse of the last method that I showed you. So with this one, I want you to go, again, to any string. So I'm going to go 1st string, 5th fret again. I'm going to go exactly to the middle of a fret this time. So not at the top, not at the down, just at the middle. And I'm going to play a regular note, pressing like I normally would. So for a lot of you guys that are having this problem, you'll be pressing quite hard. So you play that regular note around there in the middle, and then I want you to keep playing it and gradually start pressing less. Starts buzzing, and then as soon as you get that kind of sound, I want you to stop. So you're kind of like getting the sound, but you're not, and it buzzes sometimes. Now stop there. Now think of a number between 1 and 10 that describes how hard you're pushing there. So for me right now, it's around like a 4 maybe, probably 4. Like before I was pushing a full like 8 maybe, and now it's a 4. It's probably going to be the same for a lot of you guys. And then I want you to grab that same around power of 4, like think of it as that, like level 4 of pushing, and bring it down to the bottom of the bar here. So not on the next bar, but at the bottom of this bar, like that. And I want you to apply around 4 out of 10 pushing there. And you'll see very easily that the same amount of pushing is going to get you a clear note right there, compared to when you're in the middle. You see? Then when you're at the very top, if you still apply 4 pressure, so level 4 of pressure, let's call it, you're not going to get any note. So you're going to get barely anything. It's going to be this muted, horrible sound. So the moral of the story here is that the further you are on the bar, so very close to the edge of the bar here, one, you have to press less, and you can also get a better tone. So if I'm playing here, it's nice, but it's a little bit harsh. But if I'm playing here, it's a little bit rounder. And also there's less chance of fret buzz here, because that's fine. But if I'm playing up here, you see, there's very, very high chance of fret buzz. Now, that's fine for these middle frets because they have a big gap. But as you get lower, some of you might start to ask, well, what do we do here? Now, with these ones, they're so small that even me, who has moderately small fingers, I have a little bit of trouble with them. So with this case, say for example, this 12th fret, this E, I still lean towards the edge of the ending of the bar rather than the top of the bar. So it's kind of in the middle. I kind of place my finger in the middle and just lean it a little bit towards the end. So it's kind of got to give it a little bit of bias towards that way. Same with the other ones here. Like, see, I'm not here. If I was here at the top, I would get that fret buzz. But if I'm here at the very ending of the bar, I'm getting that clear tone. So that's for those ones. And of course, that is very applicable for the frets up here as well, because here you got a big gap. So if you're at the top, that's no good. I want you to be at the bottom and apply that minimal amount of pressure that you had to put in the middle. So once again, going from the middle, you have to assess yourself. So start pushing normally in the middle, going up, up, up. As soon as you get that sound, you take that level of pressure and you put it at the end of the bar, you get a clear note. So that's the magic formula for that one. Right, that was my two methods of decreasing the pressure that you're going to put when you're playing. Now, there's another thing which I kind of want to talk about. Oops, sorry, knocked over the camera there. There's another thing which I want to talk about, which is the mentality that you have. Now, this is one of the steps one of the ways that has helped me a lot compared to the other exercises and everything, because you can do those, but when you're not thinking about it actively, you're going to start pressing a lot harder, especially when you're playing a difficult song. This is the problem I have. I'm a classical guitarist. I play songs that are 4 or 5 pages long, up to 10 minutes long. And during that, I get a lot of stress, thinking about different things, dynamics, tone, quality, all these different things. And I don't get quite the time to think about pressing lighter. But that's the key to it. So if you want to be pressing lighter, getting better tone, just not being as stressed, and then you don't get tired over a 10-minute, even a 3-4 minute song, you need to be thinking, you need to be giving the order from your brain to your hands to relax. That's very important. So note that down. Brain, you give the order to your hands, to your muscles to relax. So you literally think of the word relax. That's what I do. I imagine a big sign saying relax, and that's what I think about when I'm playing. Because for that, to reach that level though, you need to be practicing a lot, so you have your piece off of memory and you're not concentrating on the other stuff, like what the notes are or what the rhythm is. So once you're very confident with the piece, then you can just actively think about being relaxed and thinking of the story of the piece within your head. That way, you can be nice and relaxed when you play. That's my best advice for that. So today we taught you the first method, which was the putting your finger on and then pushing gradually until you get the right note, the right sound. And then the other version was the inverse method of that one. So going from pressing hard to pressing lighter and then applying that pressure. You can use a number system. So think of a number between 1 to 10, and then whatever you get, try to decrease that number and then use it at the bottom of the fret. It will make sense in your head once you do it. And then the third method, this is just general advice, be relaxed. Think of the word relax. If you can't do anything else, just think of the word relax when you're playing, and that will help you quite a lot. I promise you that, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give me a like and a subscribe, guys. I'm really trying to teach you guys the best techniques and the little nitty-gritty of everything of being a good guitarist here. So be on this journey with me and you're going to see yourself improve. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.